Once upon a time, my mind was unstoppable. I was able to work to the best of my ability, enjoy the little things in life, the big things in life. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Living within the world of laws, but ultimately feeling more free than a fairy, more at peace than a monk, and as nonchalant as a crackhead. No overwhelming amount of naked women to take me off my center. No chance to get laid at a click of a button. Although... Bro, come on, she's clearly a catfish. WAP used to be a wireless application protocol. These days, every girl claims to have a WAP. Even when they clearly don't. Everything was mapped out. Get the money, get the girl, find the location. All without adult content. All without producing more toothpaste than a Colgate factory. Without perversing every acute and complex fiber of my mind. Possible to withstand the corn hub, the playboy, the girls at the beach. Yeah, I might get triggered, but there's no way they will take me to the darkest places. There was a time many men could withstand these urges, and a time our minds could live in harmony. That's what I thought until everything went to complete shit. Shaking her booty on TikTok, thirst up on Instagram. Why is she wearing that? Netflix, Reddit, Tinder, anime body pillows. Okay, look, I don't care who you are, but if this is your girlfriend, if you have a pillow like this, fuck you. Everywhere you look, you're engulfed in adult content, finding fake intimacy in the virtual world, becoming further from your ideal self, further from the life you desire, the woman, the family, the overwhelming amount of love that you can cultivate. Right now, you're only cultivating nuts, and they're all busted. But I know you can do better, but the world is sexualized. The sex sells, and you're the buyer, consuming the sexual idea in everyday life. Game characters looking as sweet as Mike and Ike's, fashion trends with more and more skin, funneling you to bust more gallons of milk than a dairy farm. Get ED, invest in the blue pill, get no bitches, then invest time into the red pill, and become just as bad on the other side. We're living in the hardest times ever to repress your urges, the hardest times for nofap, the hardest time to improve. But hard times create the strongest of men, the strongest of people. So will you excel in life and be everything you ever wanted to be? Or will you fold and bust one more nut? That question is a no-brainer. Just don't think with your genitalia. It's becoming extremely hard to succeed in nofap. There's just so many influences. Honestly, every other song on the charts is about a girl shaking their booty, sleeping with loads of guys, wet ass pussy, or that rapper telling you to go get some hoes. Cartoons, anime, characters from video games, all being drawn and animated to get you aroused. Some animator sat there and made her breast bounce a certain way. All just to manipulate your brain. All just to keep you watching, keep you playing, keep you buying more of the product. Increasing your attention by using your most primal urges against you. Without you knowing, they're influencing the products you buy, the things you do, and the way you behave. Maybe you never would have fapped. Maybe you would never slept with that girl that you didn't want to. Maybe you would never cheated on your girlfriend. Or maybe you wouldn't have been an idiot and bought that OnlyFans subscription. Why are you paying for porn? All these things simply might never have happened if you didn't watch that girl twerking on TikTok or Instagram. Looking at the explore page, seeing those explicit models. You've always been that guy that knew there was more to this, knew there was more to just fapping. You knew there was more to waking up, going to work, coming home, beating your meat, and going to bed and repeating the next day. Fapping, programming your mind to watch another guy smashing the girl, while you get nothing but sore testicles. We don't want sore testicles. Suddenly becoming weird around women because you're over-sexualized everything. Unable to look at her as a human being with soul, ambitions, and true emotions. You're unable to distinguish that. How can you form a connection with her when the deepest parts of your brain, the subconscious parts of your brain have seen women degraded multiple times a day? Reduced to objects just to be used, and a tab to just be deleted. There's just more than that. And here's the sad truth. There's a guy right now, working hard, not fapping, building up his discipline skills, using his energy to make more money, using his energy to go into that gym, leveling up his life, and that can be you. But as I said, it's not the easiest thing to do. The modern world has been relentless in putting this into our brains. That's why it's so hard for an average guy to overcome his sexual urges. And to be honest, it's only gonna get worse. And for Gen Z, I'm extremely concerned because the lack of discipline that we're being taught. You can't even wake up without going on your phone. You can't even go through that struggle of getting out of bed straight away. When you wake up, you don't even really wake up. You're not using your brain, you're using your second brain, your devices, your phone. And even worse, you're busting nuts right in the morning. Not doing anything hard to achieve that reward. Not going out of your comfort zone to go speak to a girl, then maybe busting a nut. The sexual imagery just can't be escaped. The urges to relapse just can't be avoided. It's always around the corner, whether it's adult content, Tinder girl, prostitute. Honestly, it's just a bleak future, and I'm not sure how we can overcome this. Come on guys, of course I'm just kidding. Of course I know what to do in this situation. Yes, I know it's true, I'm still on the planet Earth. I'm still within this over-sexualized world. I didn't go to Mars, it's just too hard to escape. You walk into a bar, you hear that song, wet ass pussy. Go on social media, there's a girl twerking. Instagram, TikTok, Tumblr. If you're still using Tumblr, you're probably a little bitch. You walk into a clothing store, even the mannequins are looking sexy. Damn, she's fine. For so many guys, this is the reality, but this is not the end game. I made but one change in my life to adapt to the over-sexualized world. The sexual stimulus I get every single day. One thing I did to change everything and live a fulfilling life. All I had to do was make choices. Okay, it's time to make some choices. I'ma slide into her DMs, jerk off to her, eat her out. Am I doing this right? Of course not, that's obviously not what I mean. When I say make choices, I'm talking about making the right choices. It might sound very simple, but just hear me out. Every single day we're making thousands of decisions. Decisions that will impact us in different ways. Will you stay in bed for 10 extra minutes and lose productivity? Or will you jump out of bed like a gazelle and get a head start on your projects? Get ahead of your competition? Similarly, will you let sexual content tempt you into doing something stupid and unthinkable, like fapping or sleeping with some random girl from the club and catching a stud? Or will you be disciplined, shake it off like Taylor Swift and wait? Wait for the right woman, wait for the right opportunity, for true gratification, for your purpose. For so long you've been acting on impulse, overeating when you're slightly hungry, fapping when you're slightly bored, and these things are destroying your edge. Cause if you can't withstand the fiery grasp of short-term pleasure, how will you achieve the big things? Washboard abs, a nice place to live, financial freedom, a beautiful loving wife. How will you ever get those things if you can't not fap? If you can't wake up on time? These things take sacrifice. The sacrifice of your pleasure now. The sacrifice of the pleasure from fapping. So you can fight through the struggles of life and finally reach eternal peace. It's the choices you make, left or right, bad or good. Every single second of your day you make the choices to lead to bad or good results. You chose to stay in bed, chose to get your phone out, chose to go on Reddit, chose to search up that 4-letter word, and chose to chuck that poor chicken. What did he do wrong? Relapsing or having a one-night stand pointlessly is not one small decision, it's a series of things you did wrong. A series of small choices you make throughout your day. Choices that shape your reality. Choices deciding whether you're going to be average like everyone else, or to be elite, a specimen unrecognizable to anybody. And these are very real realities, and they're both choices. The choice to follow her on Instagram, the choice to stay in bed, the choice to be successful. And yeah, the choices you make can be good or bad. The choices can destroy you or fuel you. Choices are what differentiate each and every one of us. So right now, make one important choice. Choose to live a life of great choices, or choose to live a life of bad ones. And to be honest, since you've already watched this video, I'm pretty sure you've already made your choice. Cause you will take L's, but don't take them L's in vain.